You may think men only notice the spark of youth, but let me tell you a little secret. There's so much more to attraction than meets the eye. As we age, we gain qualities that often go overlooked, but trust me, men notice. Stick around to the end because number 12 might just leave you speechless. It certainly surprised me when I learned it. 1. Confidence that comes with experience. Confidence is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful and magnetic traits a woman can possess. But it's not something that is simply handed to you. You have to grow into it over the years. And as we age, we inevitably gain confidence that youth just cannot replicate. This confidence comes not only from looking back at all we've accomplished, but also from understanding that we no longer have to prove ourselves to anyone. Think about it. When we were younger, everything felt like a test. You constantly worried about fitting in, looking the right way, or achieving something to be seen or validated. But as we grow older, we realize we're no longer confined by these pressures. We've seen it all. We've made our mistakes, learned from them, and come out the other side wiser, stronger, and far less concerned with society's judgment. This shift in perspective is evident to others, especially to men, who find this type of self-assurance incredibly appealing. Confidence isn't just about being outwardly certain, it's rooted in accepting yourself fully. And I'm talking about accepting the wrinkles that tell the stories of a life well lived, the wisdom that shows in your eyes, and the strength you've gained from years of weathering life's challenges. When you reach a certain age, there's a calming power in knowing who you are and being totally at ease with that person. It's easy to confuse confidence with arrogance, but true confidence doesn't need to boast. It doesn't need to seek attention. It quietly commands respect because it's genuine. As we age, we stop putting on masks. We're just ourselves, and that's enough. The difference between youthful insecurity and seasoned confidence is palpable, and men can sense this from miles away. They admire the calm and grounded energy that we radiate, and they can't help but be drawn to it. Not only does this confidence shine in our physical presence, but it also plays into our interactions. We know how to express ourselves without hesitation, whether in conversation or decision-making. We no longer second-guess ourselves. When we say something, we mean it. That kind of assertiveness without aggression is something men find incredibly attractive. Confidence is simply magnetic, and it only deepens with age. 2. Emotional maturity. If there's one thing life teaches us, it's emotional resilience. As we age, we gather a wealth of emotional experience that makes us both emotionally mature and emotionally available in ways younger women might not yet know how to be. We've encountered heartache, joy, stress, and love, sometimes all in one day. And these experiences, though challenging at times, help us grow into emotionally grounded women who know how to handle difficult situations with grace. For men, emotional maturity is a major draw because it provides a sense of stability. When we interact with them, we come from a place of understanding and empathy. We've had our own moments of being upset or disappointed, and we know how to process those feelings. We don't bottle them up, nor do we let them spill out uncontrollably. We've learned that emotional health comes from processing, communicating, and learning, rather than reacting impulsively. Men are naturally attracted to stability, and an emotionally mature woman can offer just that. They don't have to walk on eggshells around us when something goes wrong. Instead, they know that if there's an issue, it will be discussed in a calm, thoughtful manner. We understand the importance of boundaries, giving space when needed, and the power of honest communication. This allows relationships to evolve and deepen, which is something many younger women may struggle with, simply because they haven't had enough life experiences to develop that type of emotional intelligence yet. There's also the fact that we don't let our emotions get in the way of practical decisions. We don't hold on to petty grievances or rush into decisions based solely on how we're feeling. We've been through enough in life to know that everything doesn't have to be a drama or an overreaction. This doesn't mean we're emotionless. It means we've learned the value of calm, thoughtful reflection. And let's not forget patience. We don't expect everything to happen overnight, and we don't pressure people or ourselves to change immediately. This patience not only helps in romantic relationships, but in every part of life. It is a quality that many men find invaluable, knowing that with us, they won't have to rush or worry. In this modern world where quick reactions and knee-jerk emotional outbursts are sometimes glorified, an emotionally mature woman offers the chance to slow down, really talk, and understand one another on a deeper level. That kind of connection, built on respect and emotional understanding, becomes the foundation of something long-lasting and meaningful. 3. A well-developed sense of humor. What if I told you that being able to laugh at life and at yourself is one of the most endearing qualities men find in older women? Over the years, we've seen enough of the serious side of life, and we've learned not to take ourselves too seriously. This unique ability to find humor in the day-to-day situations and even in our own mistakes is something men truly admire. When you've lived through the trials and tribulations of life, you realize that sometimes you can either laugh or cry. And let's be honest, laughter is so much more freeing. We've probably all faced unexpected mishaps, tough situations, and embarrassing moments, but as we get older, we understand that humor is a way to not only cope, but also keep things light. That lightness can be incredibly appealing to men who may be dealing with stress or heavy thoughts in their own lives. Older women tend to find joy in the simple things. The kind of laughter that comes from being amused at life's little ironies, the spontaneous jokes that emerge during daily tasks, the light-hearted fun that comes from hanging out with friends or family. And when we share this humor with men, it's infectious. There's also something special about a woman who can laugh at herself. We've all had those awkward moments, right? And while some might feel embarrassed or upset, we've learned to embrace those imperfections and have a good laugh about them. This self-assurance about not being perfect is a big draw. Men appreciate when you don't take yourself too seriously, when you're able to laugh off an accidental spill or a silly misunderstanding. But it goes beyond just laughter. It's the joy of not sweating the small stuff. Humor allows us to let go of frustration and make light of things that would have seemed catastrophic when we were younger. This creates a more carefree and enjoyable atmosphere. Men appreciate this kind of laid-back energy, one that shows we are strong enough to face life's difficulties, but still light-hearted enough to enjoy the little things. Being able to make a man laugh is always a plus. But the humor that resonates the most is the kind that's built on shared experiences and a deep understanding of life. As older women, we know how to laugh with others, not at them, and we recognize the universal truths that bind us all. Humor like this creates deeper emotional bonds and makes us irresistible, not because of any superficiality, but because of our ability to make men feel understood, comfortable, and most importantly, happy in our company. 4. Timeless beauty and style beauty doesn't have an expiration date. As we get older, we naturally learn what works for us and what makes us feel truly comfortable and confident. The older woman who has mastered her personal style is something that leaves a lasting impression. We've had years of experience honing in on what makes us feel our best, and it's evident in the way we present ourselves. What's remarkable is that timeless beauty doesn't rely on fleeting trends or youth-oriented standards. It's about elegance, grace, and the quiet confidence in the way we wear whatever we choose. Think about the women you see, those who embrace who they are without feeling the pressure to keep up with changing beauty ideals. They may wear their favorite colors, pick clothes that flatter their figure, or even use accessories in ways that show off their personality. This sense of self-awareness and style becomes much more attractive as we get older because it doesn't scream for attention. It simply speaks to our individuality. Many men are drawn to this more refined and subtle approach to beauty. It's not the garish makeup or trendy outfits that turn heads. It's the elegant presentation of oneself, the effort that's made in choosing clothes that reflect an inner confidence, and the understanding that looking great isn't about changing who you are, but enhancing it. There's a mysterious beauty in women who figured out how to play up their best features with grace and refinement. Men notice when a woman walks into a room with that effortless look, whether it's in a tailored dress, a signature lipstick, or an organized yet perfectly untouched vibe. But style goes beyond clothes. It's the little things: how you carry yourself, your posture, how you smile, or how you choose to wear your hair. Over time, we figure out how to make these elements work for us and create a sense of cohesion that younger women may still be experimenting with. With each passing year, we are able to truly refine our sense of style to reflect who we've become. And let me tell you, men notice this subtle but undeniable sophistication. It's timeless in the sense that no matter the decade, the ability to exude that calm, composed confidence will always be in style. 5. The ability to hold a real conversation. One of the greatest strengths of an older woman is the ability to have an intelligent, meaningful conversation. After years of living, learning, and working through various challenges, we've acquired a depth that young women, no matter how bright or talented, simply haven't yet had the opportunity to develop. A good conversation with an older woman is like a breath of fresh air. It isn't a surface-level chat about the latest TV show or viral meme. It's about discussing life, values, ambitions, and everything in between. This goes beyond intellectualism. It's the emotional richness and wisdom that come from knowing how to connect deeply with another person. As we age, we've encountered so many perspectives and experiences. We've learned how to engage with all sorts of people on a level that reaches beyond what's currently trending in pop culture. We've learned how to listen, how to be present in the conversation, and how to share insights without talking over others. Men often find this type of conversation refreshing. How often are men stuck having shallow conversations? With us, they get the opportunity to exchange meaningful ideas without the pressure of maintaining superficiality or pretending to know something they don't. There is wisdom in knowing that real connection comes through vulnerability and honest exchanges. We don't shy away from talking about more substantial subjects, whether it's dreams for the future, fears, or the lessons learned from the past. Our conversations go deep. And as we speak, men often realize that this isn't just someone they're talking to. It's someone who knows how to engage their mind and offer true companionship. There's something so attractive about a woman who is intellectually stimulating yet emotionally aware, and that comes with experience. The beauty of these interactions isn't just in talking. It's in knowing how to listen actively, ask questions, and give advice in the form of insight. This shows you respect others' thoughts and opinions. It means you've honed the fine art of communication, and men adore the simplicity yet profoundness of this skill. You know how to have a conversation that flows naturally, and it's one that leaves people thinking long after the discussion ends. 6. Nurturing qualities. Nurturing might seem like something reserved for mothers, but as we age, many of us develop an ability to care, to listen, and to nourish people in a way that's both gentle and powerful. Men are often drawn to women with a nurturing side because they offer a safe haven, a space where emotional care and understanding are given freely. But this nurturing isn't just about offering comfort. It's about creating a space where growth is possible. Over the years, many older women have developed the skills to nourish not only their children, if they have them, but also their partners, family members, friends, and even co-workers. It's the subtle art of knowing when someone needs help and offering it, not out of obligation, but out of a genuine desire to see them flourish. What's powerful about this type of nurturing is that it comes from a place of emotional maturity and experience. We understand that care doesn't have to be flashy or loud to be meaningful. We listen when someone is speaking, we offer practical advice when it's needed, and we help others find their own way through challenging circumstances. But equally as important is that we know how to make those we care for feel seen, understood, and valued. Men find this emotional availability highly attractive. A woman who can nurture doesn't do so out of a sense of duty, but out of kindness and an authentic desire to contribute to the well-being of others. Whether it's preparing a meal, giving encouraging words, or offering advice in a crisis, the nurturing instinct becomes something that radiates warmth and love. And men crave that warmth. The nurturer understands the strength it takes to be kind and generous, and men know they're witnessing something rare and incredibly valuable. Nurturing doesn't just involve the big acts. It's the small, everyday things that make the difference. Sending a thoughtful message, listening after a long day, or simply being present. These qualities show that we are both strong and compassionate. The quiet, gentle care that we offer others is a source of attraction because it brings a sense of comfort and stability, which is everything that men value in relationships. 7. A wealth of knowledge and life experience. As we age, we accumulate a unique storehouse of knowledge that can only be gained through real-life experiences. This is not the type of knowledge you read in books, although that's valuable too, but rather the wisdom born from having lived through triumphs, setbacks, challenges, and joys. Men are often drawn to older women because of the depth of their understanding, not just about the world around them, but about themselves as well. The experiences we've lived through have taught us lessons that often take years to fully comprehend. We've made decisions that didn't work out, but instead of being defeated by them, we've used them to shape a richer, more complete understanding of life. We've experienced love in its various forms, learned how to manage and overcome loss, and discovered what truly brings us happiness. This gives us a perspective on life that many younger people, particularly younger men, simply can't have at this point in their lives. This wealth of experience allows us to offer advice, perspective, and guidance in ways that go far beyond superficial knowledge. And while our experiences may not always align with those of others, they teach us empathy, how to understand situations from various viewpoints, how to navigate complex relationships, and how to see the bigger picture. Men often seek out this kind of wisdom because it provides them with a valuable outlook on their own lives. They find themselves asking, "What would she do?" in a difficult situation, knowing that the older woman has the capacity to see things in a way that is wise, practical, and insightful. Moreover, older women have often been the backbone of their families or communities. They know how to manage multiple priorities at once, how to keep things running smoothly, and how to find solutions to difficult problems. That knowledge isn't just intellectual, it's also highly practical. Men who are drawn to older women appreciate this can-do attitude, this ability to find solutions, and the calm sense of direction that only comes from having lived through the bumps along the way. The knowledge and wisdom we carry with us offer reassurance, stability, and, more importantly, an enduring strength that only comes with time. It's comforting and powerful for anyone in the presence of someone who carries that much life experience. 8. A strong sense of independence. Independence becomes so much more valuable as we get older. After years of building our careers, managing personal relationships, and navigating through ups and downs, we've cultivated a strong sense of self-reliance. We've learned that our worth and happiness don't depend on others' opinions, approvals, or constantly needing someone to lean on. This is a deeply attractive trait, especially to men who may have lived their own lives burdened by expectations, pressures, and societal rules. Having independence means not only being self-sufficient in a financial sense, but also in emotional and practical aspects of life. We know how to take care of ourselves, make our own decisions, and create a life that is meaningful to us. We've learned that in order to fully be there for others, we must first take care of ourselves. This type of emotional maturity is incredibly powerful and reassuring to men who often find themselves bogged down by their own struggles to measure up or to constantly take care of others. Moreover, this independence means that we no longer expect or demand constant attention or validation from a partner. We understand the value of being on our own as much as we enjoy being with someone else. This sense of self-assurance gives men space to feel secure in their own roles, knowing that our happiness doesn't depend on their ability to fulfill all of our emotional needs. Relationships, then, can be balanced partnerships rather than codependent attachments. An independent woman knows when to ask for help and when she can handle things on her own. She may invite support, but she's not waiting around for it to arrive. This strength is both captivating and soothing to men, particularly when they understand that a woman who is emotionally self-sufficient can still offer the kind of connection, warmth, and care that most people desire in relationships. Independence, after all, doesn't equal loneliness or isolation. It simply fosters healthy, fulfilling connections built on mutual respect. Emotional availability. Without the game's older, women often have a refreshing quality when it comes to emotional availability. As we age, we've reached a point in life where we don't have time for emotional games. We value honesty, openness, and authenticity in relationships, and we expect the same from others. This straightforward approach to emotions is one of the most attractive qualities a woman can possess, and it's something that younger women may not yet have had the chance to master. Part of what makes emotional availability so powerful is the sense of security it brings. When we are emotionally open, it signals to the people around us that we are stable and able to build trusting, honest connections. This creates an environment where deep emotional bonds can grow. In contrast, many younger women might still be figuring out their emotional boundaries, how to communicate their feelings clearly, or navigating the complexities of romantic games. Older women, on the other hand, have usually figured out how to be clear and sincere in their emotional expressions. Men find this directness extremely attractive because it takes away the guessing games and the stress of trying to interpret someone's feelings. When we're clear about what we want, we create a safe space for both ourselves and our partners to be vulnerable. We're not afraid to express our needs, desires, or disappointments, and this creates a dynamic of understanding that strengthens our relationships. There's no playing hard to get, no testing to see how much someone cares. We simply express our emotions and allow the connection to unfold naturally. Men, who are often burdened by expectations to act a certain way or be tough, appreciate having someone who creates space for them to open up and be themselves. This emotional openness fosters intimacy and connection in ways that are both healing and exciting. This straightforward emotional communication helps cultivate a bond that is real and enduring. We're not just sharing our feelings, we're opening the door for our partners to share theirs. The resulting sense of trust and understanding makes us irresistible to men who value sincere, deep, and drama-free connections. 10. A deep sense of gratitude. As we get older, many of us develop a heightened sense of gratitude. We start to understand just how precious life is, how short time can be, and how important the simple moments are. This ability to be grateful for everything, from the small joys in daily life to the larger, more meaningful moments, becomes incredibly attractive to men. The older woman who embodies gratitude exudes a calm presence that makes the world feel a little lighter, even in times of challenge. Our appreciation for life tends to grow with age. We know what it's like to face adversity, lose loved ones, experience struggles, and yet, through it all, we've learned that being grateful is not just about celebrating the good, but about accepting the bad with grace. This mindset shapes us into more resilient, positive people. Men notice this sense of peace and gratitude because it becomes infectious. They feel safer and more comfortable around someone who values the moment, understands the importance of savoring time with others, and who remains hopeful despite life's hurdles. Gratitude also connects deeply with emotional maturity. When we have learned to be grateful for everything, from our health, the people we love, to even the lessons that come from painful experiences, we approach relationships with a generous heart. Men are drawn to that authenticity. We don't take things for granted. We cherish each interaction, every smile, and all the little things that bring happiness. When we express gratitude, it's not just about saying thank you. It's about showing appreciation through our actions, words, and the way we carry ourselves. That kind of beauty goes deeper than skin. It becomes part of who we are. An older woman's ability to appreciate life with open-heartedness provides an environment where others can feel their worth. It's comforting for men to be around someone who expresses appreciation, as they know their efforts, their time, and their feelings are valued. And that makes a woman's gratitude not just an inwardly enriching quality, but something others can't help but fall for. 11. A strong sense of boundaries. The ability to maintain clear, healthy boundaries is a major sign of emotional maturity, and this becomes a distinctly attractive feature of older women. By the time we reach a certain age, we've had enough life experience to understand where our boundaries lie, and we're not afraid to honor them. We know how to assert ourselves with grace, communicate what we need from relationships, and most importantly, create space for self-care without guilt. Having boundaries doesn't mean shutting people out or being cold. It means being clear about where we end and others begin. It's knowing when to say yes, when to say no, and ensuring that we respect our own emotional, mental, and physical space. This helps maintain our energy, personal happiness, and a healthy balance in all types of relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or professional. For men, it's highly attractive to see a woman who has firm, respectful boundaries, because it signals emotional intelligence and self-respect. It shows that we know who we are and what we deserve. This makes us highly approachable in relationships, as they don't need to guess our limits or feel unsure about what we're willing to accept. Moreover, men often feel more comfortable around women who set boundaries, as it provides a stable environment in which communication can thrive. There is no game-playing or miscommunication about where one person's responsibility ends and the other's begins. Older women with strong boundaries also demonstrate self-love. They understand that it's perfectly okay to take time for themselves, be assertive when necessary, and protect their peace, without feeling guilty. This ensures that they aren't overwhelmed by unhealthy relationships or situations. Men appreciate a woman who respects herself and isn't afraid to enforce those boundaries. It reveals a deep inner strength that makes any woman even more attractive. 12. A witty and playful. Sense of humor. Humor isn't just about cracking jokes. It's about perspective, timing, and playfulness. As we age, we often find that the ability to laugh at ourselves, to not take life too seriously, becomes one of the most engaging and attractive qualities we can possess. Older women often develop a witty and playful sense of humor that men find incredibly endearing. This type of humor is not only about quick wit, but also about the understanding that life doesn't need to be heavy all the time. It can be fun, light, and joyful. A humorous older woman is a woman who can find the laughter in tough situations, make light of a bad day, and add fun to the everyday. She knows how to use humor to diffuse tension, bring people together, and lighten the mood without undermining anything. There's something undeniably captivating about a woman who can laugh wholeheartedly, whether it's a playful quip, an unexpected joke, or even a silly little moment shared during a serious conversation. For men, this kind of humor is refreshing. They are drawn to women who can not only keep a conversation light and playful, but who don't shy away from poking fun at the absurdity of life. This isn't about being a stand-up comedian. It's about seeing the world with a humorous lens and enjoying those little moments. Older women are often much more relaxed in their humor, knowing how to let go of the seriousness that life sometimes demands. This creates a space where both partners can relax and be themselves. And let's not forget about the deep confidence that comes with being playful. You can't fake humor. It comes from a place of comfort and self-assurance. When an older woman delivers a witty remark or playful tease, it's done with ease and grace, often making men smile before they even realize it. Humor opens doors, reduces barriers, and creates chemistry. And when it's mixed with the wisdom and charm of experience, it becomes a delightful combination that no one can resist. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to join our Savvy Senior newsletter for more empowering insights and tips for living your best life. Hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below about which of these qualities surprised you the most. Until next time, remember, you're more alluring than you realize.